Like I mentioned in my last module, that now we shall be discussing kinematics of motion. The kinematics of motion concerns a study of motion, whether it is the study of an object that is solid or fluid. Either way, it will be categorized as kinematics. Now, there are two main methods of measurements of considering and looking at the flow of motion. So since we shall be considering only with the fluid kinematics, therefore there are two methods that we shall be dealing with. One is a Lagrangian and the other is called as Eulerian. The two describe the motion adequately. Both have their advantages or disadvantages, and accordingly we prefer them, we use them as and where they suits our conditions of flow. From the fundamental point of view, there are two distinct ways to describe the motion. As I mentioned, the kinematics of such fluid motion that involves keeping track of position, and when this method is applied to a flowing fluid, we call it Lagrangian. You see, what is it? We use the word that we are tracking each fluid molecule in a volume of fluid, whether it is gas or liquid or whatever. There will be millions, billions, in fact trillions of molecules that will be involved, and to keep track of each molecule is not an easy job. However, if we attempt to do that, then that method is known as Lagrangian method, and this name is given after the Italian mathematician Joseph Louis Lagrange, who lived in 1736 to 1813. Similarly, as one can imagine, this method of describing the motion is much more difficult for fluids because one has to keep track of each individual particle, even difficult to identify each particle. जब बहुत ज़्यादा तादाद में फ्लूइड पार्टिकल्स होंगे तो ईच पार्टिकल को ट्रैवल करना, को फॉलो करना और उसको ट्रैक करना आसान नहीं होगा. इनफैक्ट सबसे पहले तो ये है कि हाउ टू विजुअलाइज फ्लूइड्स, उसको कैसे देखना है, उसको कैसे एग्जामिन करना है, किस तरह से मेजरमेंट्स करनी है. तो ये सारी आसान चीज़ें नहीं हैं, लेकिन जो दो मेथड्स ब्रॉडली डिफाइन किए गए मैथमेटिक्स में, जो अडॉप्ट किए गए, उनमें एक लैग्रांजियन है, जो अभी आपको बताया कि वो इटालियन मैथमेटिशियन हु कंट्रीब्यूटेड अ लॉट इन एनालिटिकल डायनामिक्स एज वेल एज अप्लाइड मैथमेटिक्स, तो उसके नाम पर दिए गए. We talk about it a little more a little later.